Over 3 years, hey, that's $3,500 of savings. Something like this calligraphy, it really bumps it up. However, the V6 will have an advantage of 1,000 pounds more of towing capacity. There is a new top dog Palisade. You know, not too long ago, we tested the brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade. And not only that, for the launch video, we did a comparison video between the old generation Palisade and this current new one, and we even checked out the XRT Pro. So make sure to watch those videos. I'll leave a link in the video description. As mentioned, we have the top dog. This is a new Palisade Hybrid. This happens to be the calligraphy model. And today we're going to give you our 5 top reasons why this Palisade Hybrid could be the one for you, and why this Palisade Hybrid may not be the right Palisade for you. So let's go. All right, the first reason why you would buy the Palisade Hybrid is pretty obvious, is because you want a hybrid powertrain. So the regular Palisade does come with a V6, it's a 3.5 liter, and that has 287 horsepower. This one is equipped with a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, but matched to electrical hybrid system. So you go from 287 to 329 horsepower, and the beauty of it is that you get way more torque, so 339 pound-feet of torque. So overall, you get 42 more horsepower and a lot more torque, and that is matched to, instead of an 8-speed automatic transmission, you get a 6-speed auto, and that is a great thing too, because a lot of hybrids use continuously variable transmissions, or ECVTs, and a lot of the competitors use that, and people don't like CVTs a lot of times. It doesn't seem as engaging. People like the feel of an actual shift, and you're going to get that with this Palisade Hybrid. And that's a big bonus. See, you can even use your paddle shifters that are actually shifting gears. How novel is that? One thing to note that's quite interesting is that when you go into your drive mode, so you have drive and terrain modes. If you go into your drive modes and flick it, you actually have My Drive, where you can actually customize it. You have Eco and you have Sport. There is no normal. It automatically defaults to Eco, meaning that it wants to give you the best fuel economy. So speaking of fuel economy, how much better is this than the gas V6? Well, hey, we're going to get that extra horsepower, but we're also going to save quite a bit of fuel. Combined city and highway driving for the regular V6 is 11.1 liters per 100 kilometers. That's about 21 miles per gallon. On this hybrid, it's rated at 8.1 combined, so that's 3 liters per 100K less. So this hybrid really is thrifty, especially in instances like this. We're on the freeway right now, and it's kind of like bumper to bumper, it's kind of rush hour traffic. So how much do you really save go on the hybrid? Well, I did a kind of rough calculation here, and it's going to vary depending on the price of fuel, where you live, and how much you drive. So I'm just averaging this as, the average person will drive 500 kilometers a week. So with the V6, 500 kilometers a week, being that it gets 11.1 liters per 100K, that means that you're going to use 55.5 liters a week. If you multiply that by 52 weeks, you're going to use 2,886 liters of fuel. Multiply that by our fuel cost currently right now around here is about $1.50 a liter. So that'll bring you to $4,329 for your annual fuel requirement. Now let's switch over to 8.1 liters per 100K, which is the hybrid here. So this one, if you multiply that, 500 kilometers a week, we're going to use 40.5 liters, which is less, of course, than the regular V6. We're going to multiply that by 52 weeks. So then we're actually going to get 2,106 liters used. Multiply that by $1.50, and that brings us to $3,159. So the difference per year is about $1,170. Over 3 years, hey, that's $3,500 of savings. And you know what? It's actually interesting. This calligraphy hybrid will run you roughly about $3,000 more than the regular gas V6 one. So I would say, you know what? If you actually purchased this and you did the same type of driving that I was mentioning at 500 kilometers a week, that extra 3,000 would actually pay for itself in 3 years. But once again, your results may vary because of your driving habits. Number 2, and that's no compromise for space. Whether you're a first, second, or third row passenger, it's the same amount of room whether you get the gas or hybrid. And also, on this calligraphy, you get power seats for all 3 rows. Advantage, check out this big suitcase we have. It's pushed all the way to the back, but I have this tripod, it won't fit. We can actually just go and use the remote buttons here and slide independently, by the way, the third row forward, so we can actually make more room. And maybe you want to actually make more room for third passengers as well. It all depends what your needs are. And now I can fit my tripod. And the best thing, I can control all the seats from the front screen as well. Number 3, and that's the luxury appointments you get in this Palisade, especially in this calligraphy. What we're sitting on here is Napa leather. These seats are powered. We have a memory setting. This driver's seat has an ergo massage feature. You have heating and ventilation for both first and second row, and heating for the third row even. We have dual sunroofs, this ultra suede headliner, and the blend of the materials, including this wood and with this color, it really does look like money. Number 4, and that's the technology available in the new Palisade. Standard, you get dual 12.3-inch screens, you get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But when you get into something like this calligraphy, it really bumps it up a lot. So not only do you get that, but you get a built-in dash camera. We've talked about this before. It's a front and rear. You have cameras inside, and you don't even see them at all. And not only does it record while you're driving, it records if there's an incident while you're parked. It has a motion sensor to it. And when you review it, you can actually see everything that's happening, whether or not your signals are on, your speed, because there's GPS, so you can see your location as well, what gear you're in, if you're braking. All of that is recorded on this recorder here, and you can actually access it through the screen or with the SD card built into here. What else does this have? Well, this has the Bose premium audio system. This even has a UV cleaner. So you throw your phone in the middle here and press that down, and it's going to clean your phone. So kill all those germs. We have wireless charging. Speaking of charging though, we have 7 USB-Cs in this Palisade. 6 of them are 100-watt chargers. So you can literally charge and power your laptop, your large tablets, anything that's USB-C, this thing will power it. 100 watts, that's huge. So our 5th reason for why you would buy this Palisade Hybrid over, for instance, the gas one or some of its competitors, and it's what's called stay mode. All right, so we go into the hybrid menu here and we've activated enable stay mode. So what is stay mode? Well, it allows the vehicle to run and operate things like the heating controls and the entertainment system without using the gasoline engine. Because this is a hybrid, it does have a larger battery that can actually do this. And the beauty of it also, because this uses a PTC heater, which is a positive temperature coefficient heater. What does that all mean? It means that it's electric. So it doesn't have to rely on the engine coolant getting up to temperature before providing you heat and comfort. And this is a big deal, you know? So I remember, just imagine this. If you have kids, for instance, maybe real young ones, we'd be driving home and our kids were never good sleepers. 5 minutes from home, one of them would fall asleep. Get home, what are you gonna do? You know, it's like if they don't get their nap, they're going to be very grumpy. But you know, it's like, but it's cold out. It may be wintertime or it's hot, and during the summer, you actually have to run the engine. So you're running your engine just to use that climate control. Well, with this, for a certain amount of time, you can actually use those features without burning up all that fuel just idling there. And yeah, I think this feature should be available to all hybrids, regardless of what model or what company. Really, I really could have used this in other vehicles when my kids were smaller. But yeah, it's very nice to know. And the nice thing, it tells you how much power is being used and how much remaining time you have right on your display. You know, so it's going to depend on, first of all, how full that battery is. You know, if you've been driving a lot, for instance, also on the conditions. Is it really cold outside? And what are you using? Are you just using the heat? Are you using the massaging seats? Are you using all the lights? You know, the more load you're going to put on it, the shorter the time's going to be. But this is an amazing feature. So there's our pros on why you would choose the hybrid over the regular gas Palisade or even over the competition. Are there any cons of this Palisade Hybrid? I gotta say they're far and few. It's hard to find some real faults with this vehicle. I said this before, they have packaged this vehicle so well. You get a lot of premium features, like there's a lot of value here. There's also decent performance and it's efficient in this powertrain. But if I were to find a few, I would have to probably say, number one would be the fact that the calligraphy that we're driving here comes as a 7-passenger because we have those second row captain seats with the relaxation as well. Great, but if you do want an 8-passenger, meaning a bench seat for the second row, you can't get it with the calligraphy. You're gonna have to go into the luxury hybrid. So that's one kind of downfall. Some people want the top trim, but want a bench. I understand though, they can't make that many trims depending on what our sales are here in Canada. The second thing, that once again, it's small, but something I noticed, this one actually has no spare tire. And I checked underneath, there's room for a spare. In fact, you can actually get it as an option, I believe, but it does not come with a spare tire. The regular gas V6 does have a spare tire. Go figure, right? So I thought maybe because, you know, they needed room for the hybrid system. Nope, there is room back there. And the next thing is pricey. The luxury hybrid starts at just over $60,000 for MSRP in Canada. And this calligraphy is an extra $5,000 on top of that. But we don't get a lower trim. Like the US actually has an SEL, which brings it down by quite a bit, but we don't have that option here in Canada. So yeah, if you want a hybrid, you're stuck with a pretty high trim level. And the last thing is, if you need to tow, of course, this will tow. It also has the auto leveling rear suspension for this and the regular V6. However, the V6 will have an advantage of 1,000 pounds more of towing capacity. So that's rated at 5,000 pounds. This one's rated at 4,000 pounds. So if towing really is your thing, you really need that extra 1,000, you're gonna have to go with the V6. There's our top 5 of the new Palisade Hybrid. What do you think of the new Palisade, and which one would you get, gas or hybrid? I think I'm kind of leaning toward the hybrid. I like more power, I like more efficiency. I don't like spending more money though. So anyways, leave a comment below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Ciao. Like always, if you enjoyed this video or any content on the channel, I have a lot of videos and not just automotive. We have tech, outdoor equipment, including robotic lawnmowers and snow blowers, and even travel, so something for everyone. I would really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. It's completely free, and it allows me to continue creating more content like this for you. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye.